Well, more abandoned homes torn down as authorities clean up areas plagued by crime. It's all a part of Urban Renewal 2.0. Now, urban renewal is not just about demolishing buildings, it's also about empowering people. Cyan Thompson has the story.
It's becoming a familiar action, and it's in keeping with Urban Renewal 2.0, the demolition of abandoned buildings, removal of derelict vehicles, and the clearing down of overgrown properties. Fort Charlotte's Urban Renewal office selected 3 structures on Corey Mission Road to be destroyed. Manager of the office, Inspector Denzel Barr, says they received permission first from the owners before carrying out these demolitions.
It was critical to us from a crime perspective. In terms of the one building in particular, it was used some weeks ago to store some items reportedly taken in a housebreaking from a resident just near to that location. During the police investigation, we covered a number of items. So to remove that particular house was to remove a safe haven for criminals within the community. And 1 or 2 of the others were almost conducive of that same type of atmosphere. So it's about making it difficult for criminals to operate.
Inspector Barr says there's been little crime in the area, pointing out several incidents that police investigated.
In the last several weeks, based on crime, we have had no serious major incidents of a concern to report. There was 1 or 2 house break-ins, like I indicated, which are in the last 4 or 5 weeks, which is very minimal. In terms of domestic complaints, we hadn't had much of those at all. Persons have come into our Urban Renewal Center rather than going to the police station and asking us advice on situations. So we are actually encouraging persons to come to us and whereby to deal with matters from a conflict resolution standpoint.
In addition to reducing crime and building communities, the Fort Charlotte Urban Renewal Office is also helping in conflict resolution with residents in the area before it becomes a criminal matter.
In terms of domestic complaints, we hadn't had much of those at all. Persons have come into our Urban Renewal Center rather than going to the police station and asking us advice on situations. So we are actually encouraging persons to come to us and whereby to deal with matters from a conflict resolution standpoint. So we find that there were 1 or 2 domestic matters that we had looked into so that it won't escalate.
The Fort Charlotte office is also assisting residents with job readiness.
Persons are indicating that, hey, they have difficulty with work, and it's like, how can they be positively engaged? So we find that we're trying to get various programs on stream to have them positively engage or to prepare them for work in the future.
Officers at the Urban Renewal Center here in Fort Charlotte are continuing with their work. Now in the future, they have other areas that they plan to clear down. They are on Eaton Street, Johnson Park Street, and Boyd Road. Cyan Thompson, ZNS News.